Good morning everyone, this is Rujan from EC3B. Today I'm going to explain about need of time-based generator in CRO, which is cathode ray oscilloscope, why it is needed, how it is generated, and what kind of waveform it gonna generate on the output screen of a CRO, which is basically made of a phosphorus. And let's coming to the topic. First of all, what is a TBG, which is the short form of the time-based generator? Usually we call it as a TBG. A time-based generator is a special type of function generator, which is obviously an electronic circuit that generates a varying voltage to produce a particular waveform. If it does not generate a varying voltage, if the voltage is not constant, we cannot see the waveform correctly. If the output waveform has different kinds of amplitude, the voltage in terms the amplitude is calculated in terms of voltage on the y-axis, right? So the voltage should be varying according to the amplitudes of the signal. So this circuit generates a varying voltage to produce a particular waveform at the screen of the CRO. And this usually TBGs produce a very high frequency sawtooth waves, which are specifically designed to deflect the beam of electron beam, which is generated by the electron gun when it is get when the gun get heated of a CRT smoothly across the screen of the tube and then return to its starting position. So this is the main reason why the TBG is needed in a CRO. And next, a basic oscilloscope or a CRO typically has a TBG, which is controlled with the dial or knob, which is usually present at the front panel of the CRO, which is indicated as milliseconds per division, which is a time scale. Obviously this is a time based generator and it is indicated as time, that is milliseconds per division. And we have usually two knobs, we have generally two knobs at the CRO. One is to vary the time in milliseconds per division, and another knob is to uh, amplify the signal for amplification purpose, which is indicated as volt per division. And generally, to visualize to recreate the visualization of exact output waveform on the CRO, this x-axis and the y-axis has the amplification and x-axis has the time base, which the reflection. And usually this TBGs will be attached to one of the deflection plates, usually the x-axis, and the amplification is done on the y-axis. So by combining these two, we can create our original waveform at the output. Now, and TBGs are mainly required wherever we need to measure the waveform with respect to time. There we need a TBG. And the electron beam, which is generated by the electron gun in the CRT tube, that should be varied constantly, that should be moved across the screen of the CRO at a constant velocity. If it does not have a fixed velocity, we cannot see the waveform correctly. If it has a constant velocity, unless and until it has a constant velocity, we can see the waveform on the screen clearly. And this deflection of the electron spot should increase linearly to reach to the other end of the screen and able to return back to its starting position after the completion of one cycle. So according to this, we can say that deflection of electron beam is proportionally to the deflecting voltage, which is usually the voltage applied to the X plates of CRT, which should increase linearly and suddenly drop to the zero. So this kind of functionality we can only observe in sawtooth waveform, which can be generated using an UJT. So the circuit which generates a sawtooth waveform is called as a TBG or a sweep generator. Now this is the circuit diagram for that. So here we have two voltage divider resistors in between a UJT, unijunction transistor, which has only one junction and two bases, base 1 and base 2. and here is the output resistor and the capacitor where the sort of the output is observed, and as an input we are giving a synchronous pulse input to match the frequency of carrier used at the input. So that's the reason why we are using the synchronous pulse input. So initially when the power is turned on, just hold on a second, when the power is switched on, UJT is turned off. So using this, the capacitor present here at the output, which will be charged exponentially and through resistor R, and the emitter voltage of UJT also increases gradually, and when this voltage reaches to its maximum, that is VE max, and the base 1 junction of UJT will be entered into the forward bias and UJT will turn on. So on the conduction of UJT, the capacitor discharges slowly and reaches to its minimum value VE min. So these kind of charging and discharging of capacitor, we can use that functionality to generate a sawtooth waveform, which will be looking like this. From VE min to VE max is the capacitor charging period, and VE max to VE min is the capacitor discharging period, and the distance between initial starting point VE min to the max is the sweep period, and the period between the VE max and to the VE min is the retrace period where our output will be retraced. So guys, this is the need of a time based generator. The applications of this are, we can it is used in the older televisions which are using a CRT tube as a screen, and also it is used in the radar to detect the incoming signals by measuring its time arrival and time interval between that. So thank you guys for watching the video. Let's meet in another video. Thank you.